This environment is not good for dialogue. Someone cannot be standing on your neck and putting you breathless when they are telling you that they need you to dialogue. You cannot dialogue when you are abducting people and people are dying. We can only calm down fast and sort out the issue. Your survival is not guaranteed by abducting people, by people dying, by tear gassing people, shooting people. Your survival can only be guaranteed if you follow the 3 manuals. 1, Constitution of Kenya 2010, 2, laws of Kenya, and 3, government policies. If there's anything you're doing outside that, then you do not know what your work is.
Good afternoon. My name is Charles Kabaiko. I am the one who has been fronting for the Gen Zs an agenda called the National Sovereign Wealth Fund. I understand it is one of the reasons that I was called or caught, because it is something that was not in the Constitution of Kenya, and we are trying to have it implemented there. But it is an issue that has been opposed previously by the IMF, and they're insisting that this cannot work for Kenya, because if we implement the National Sovereign Wealth Fund, then it is going to reduce their efforts and abilities to make Kenya a client state, which it currently is. But more importantly about that, I was abducted on Thursday this week. Late in the evening, I was coming from home. I decided to take a walk and go to Naiva supermarket. I saw a blue Subaru, and they took me and transported me for the past 3 days. Initially, I found myself spending the first night at Kasarani police station. I didn't see any bookings. There is no record of me being there. Early in the morning, about 6 a.m., I was picked up, and then I was transported to Kiambu police station for half a day. They were trying to figure out why I'm involved in the Gen Z, and most of them actually thought I was one of the promoters because of my age, because they were saying I'm not a Gen Z. I told them I don't have that kind of money, and I don't have that kind of ability. I'm just supporting the Gen Z as a parent of one of them. But most importantly, I got to realize the reason why they kidnapped me. They saw that I was communicating with Boniface Mwangi, or I have a close relationship. I don't know how, because when they tried to follow up on my phone, they saw his number there. I had previously requested to talk to him so that I understand what's going on, but I wanted mostly because of the Sovereign Wealth Fund. But the most interesting thing why they took me is because of a post I did on Twitter about the Githurai massacre, where I posted 2 videos, and I was confirming that a massacre actually happened in Githurai, and this was proven on Thursday when bodies were starting to be retrieved from a dam behind a police station. So all in all, it took about 3 days for them transporting me back and forth. They tried to access my phone, they couldn't. I didn't give them the password and all that. They were a bit violent. They hit me in the head and traumatized me in other ways. I'm actually here at Buruburu Metropolitan Hospital because I need to get a head scan, and I'm also getting an ultrasound in other areas that they affected. But all in all, my message is we cannot give up. What we are doing is in the Constitution, and it is fighting for the rights of the citizens. And whatever is happening right now is not an individual cause. It is something everyone is doing. Personally, I thank God that I am alive because I still see, and I'm being told that a lot of people, especially young men, cannot be found. They are still being tracked. They are trying to be traced. For me, it's fortunate that when I was dropped along Kangudo Road early in the morning, I was fortunate to get some boda guy that took me first to Mama Lucy Hospital, where I spent the better half of the day today trying to get attention. Unfortunately, Their process was difficult because I didn't have the necessary documentation or the paperwork that I needed because they had taken my wallet and other information. So I got moved to another hospital. I thank Dr. Ogola here for coming to assist because had that not happened, we would not be where we are today here. But all in all, these things need to stop. The kidnappings and the illegal picking up of citizens because they are standing for rights or they are fighting for something that they need to do. It needs to stop. There needs to be a discussion going forward. And those people saying that they are not kidnapping or there will not be extrajudicial killings or murders, they are happening as we see. And I'm a witness that had I not been lucky enough that what happened on Thursday happened and bodies started being retrieved, the police are also becoming scared. Personally, I was moved about by 3 different units of people. The people who picked me up, the second group, and now the third one. So I thank God so far, but my message is let's keep the fight going. Let's defend what we need to defend. And I thank God that I'm alive today. Thank you.
Yeah, Professor Fred Ogola, I'm the leader of Concerned Citizens Movement. I must want to thank God for the opportunity to see Charles again, because I'm just hearing that he was abducted on Thursday and he has moved to 3 hospitals. This is the 3rd one. I also have to thank Metropolitan Hospital for having attended to him so far. And I just want to take this chance to call on the President that if you want real dialogue, you have to cease fire. This environment is not good for dialogue. Someone cannot be standing on your neck and putting you breathless when they are telling you that they need you to dialogue. You cannot dialogue when you are abducting people and people are dying. We can only calm down fast and sort out the issue. Your survival is not guaranteed by abducting people, by people dying, by tear gassing people, shooting people. Your survival can only be guaranteed if you follow the 3 manuals. 1, Constitution of Kenya 2010, 2, Laws of Kenya, and 3, government policies. If there's anything you're doing outside that, then you do not know what your work is. As a head of state, read your JD. Your JD is to ensure that you uphold the Constitution of Kenya 2010, that you have to uphold the laws of Kenya and then work according to government policy. And there's no policy of abduction. There's no policy of killings. I was in Kware today. We fought with the police there. Tear gas is all over the place. We've been tear gassed and bodies are in the water. You are not even putting any effort to remove those bodies, and yet you are telling people to dialogue. So anybody calling for dialogue do not know. This country just needs visionary leadership, and Charles has brought the leadership about Sovereign Wealth Fund. I think that vision should be discussed even in Parliament, in the Senate, not being discussed by abduction. I would just want to urge Kenyans, be calm. Let us be leaders at this moment, because it's in this moment the leaders actually are needed. But we don't want people to malign us, to distract us, because I'm telling you for sure, if you are going down, you are going down. Nosedive is a nosedive and never works. Thank you very much.